Welcome to Expresso Yourself, episode 9.3. Today, we're diving into how to break free from the strongholds of the flesh and walk in the freedom Christ offers. Let's explore how we can overcome these barriers and live fully in the Spirit.
When it comes to trauma, been there, done that. And it came a point in my life where I had to be honest. When you see you dealing with trauma, sometimes you just pop up on you and you're just like, where did this come from? I can't explain it. Sometimes God has to go back deep into the past and bring it, unearth it, bring it to the surface, to expose it, so that you could be aware that it's there and be honest enough and say, God, I need your help. I don't know how you're going to do this, but I need your help. And I remember one time when I was going through mine and not understanding what it was fully, God had to show me and tell me that He needs me to give it to Him. Because sometimes we hold on to stuff thinking that, okay, well, giving it to God, but then holding on a little bit, trying to hold on to it because I'm going to be justified by my actions. I'm mad because I'm mad that, this is what I'm dealing with, whatever. And God had to show me, as Amber was saying, the root of it. Because I was just pulling at the blades of the situation. And God had to show me, honey, if you don't go to the root of it and take it out, those blades are gonna go back. But then in seeking whatever, deliverance and all that stuff, I didn't grow up in the church to understand fully, what it looked like. But I had to be honest with God and say, God, I don't know what this thing is, but I need your help and I need you to. And I'm going to give it to you because He told me give it to Him. Because sometimes when you say, God, take it away from me, we tend to want to go back and, take it. But He was telling me, okay, daughter, if you give it to me, that means you have given it away. So now then I could start the healing process. And it took some time, it takes a while, Being honest with God and saying, God, I'm just me, coming before you. You know me better than you know myself. Sometimes even the anger, that's just a place where He's trying to flush stuff out of me. And I had to come clean and say, God, surrender. And I give this thing to you and you work it for turn it into something beautiful. God, He had to start uprooting certain things in me. Because I had like unforgiveness in my heart. And it was really bad. So basically by starting that process, knowing where I need to be. If I'm looking at myself today, and sometimes throughout the process, I want to be like, Lord, why? And you will see I was there all the time. He said, you didn't know it since I was there all the time. I kept you. We'd be like, well, God, why didn't you stop it? Questions like that He will ask. But I stopped asking those questions because I see the bigger picture now. Because He said, I was there with you. And I took it for a reason because sometimes in the ministry, I will be around people and God will speak to me. He said, He will be like, okay, this child's going to be, things like that. I've been through it.
Right.
So basically, you go through true stuff and it's how you look at it and it's over. It's for His glory. Just like by the man at the pool. I'm like, okay, so why somebody didn't help him? Why did he have to wait till Jesus come? Even if you're not to go in there. But God was showing the people His glory. And it's like, they give God praise in it. So when it comes to the trauma part, it's a daily process, as you said. You have to pray and ask God because if the enemy tries to bring it back on you. But it's like if you understand that God was in control, He is in control. He allowed things to happen for a reason. And it's not until it was ministered to me that way, I gained focus. Because when Isaiah talks about I am God and there's no other. I form my God does all things. And who is me to say God, be angry at God when He knew the bigger picture. So where I'm going to be today and what I'm going to be doing, what He's going to be doing through me. And it's like the process is where He has to unearth things, got to release things, because you're going to be a conduit for Him to, to flow. And if there's anything that is blocking, hindering you. He can't use you effectively. That's why he showed me it. And by the process, I could look and say, God, I thank you. I thank you for bringing me through it. I thank you for the journey. I thank you now.
Thank you.
Somebody is out there waiting for me. So I have to be prepared. I have to keep my heart right. I have to be in tune with the Spirit. I have to be prayerful. I have to shut my mind off of the things that bring distractions, which the enemy is going to come. But he doesn't want you to just be on a certain point, because he knows that there's something in you that if you get through what you're going through, and God will use you to your full potential, it's dangerous.
That's a wrap for episode 9.3. We've uncovered powerful truths about breaking strongholds and walking in victory. Remember, the battle isn't over, but with God's help, we're more than conquerors. See you next time on episode 9.4.